Introduction. Health is wealth. This is the phrase which you always get to hear from people around, especially from the fitness freaks or those health inspectors. And there is no doubt with this fact that without that good health, human is nothing but a thing of no use at all, which is totally not acceptable, not at all. So, which makes it important that one, while working to make their life comfortable, also takes care of the things which can bring that positive change in terms of the health of body. But there comes the bad part. Most of people, in fact everyone out there, knows about the fact, but due to their hectic schedule do not care to take care of their health, which in turn lead them to nothing but that bad life where they can only be found lying over the bed and fighting hard to get out of it. No doubt, work is important, but so is important the well-being. Just think about it. If due to the bad health you are not capable of performing any job or activity, then how could you expect to have that happy life out of your job only? You can't. So better would be to keep your health as much priority as your work. There is that long list of factors which you can get to read so as to have better results out of your health, which includes cholesterol-free food, fat-free food, eating fruits and vegetables, consuming milk or other strong liquids, and lots of things that can help a person to have best results out of it. Also, people can be seen ignoring that healthy food and eating that junk item, which turns out to be that main reason behind someone's bad health, and which is totally not good. Moreover, having that proper well-being does not only mean that you have to have that good food so as to get best results out of it, but the various other things are to be taken care of, which will be discussed later on. Chapter 1. What is cholesterol and how it can affect your health? Among these so many reasons behind having bad health conditions, one is to get cholesterol rate higher in body, which restricts whole of the system inside stomach from properly working, and thus which lead to different kinds of problems. But there are many people who don't really know about this, and thus eat whatever they get to so as to get their hunger satisfied. These people need to stop here and learn that not every kind of food is good for you, no matter if it is being cooked in home itself or not. Every dish has its own specifications, among which some of them will match your body needs and some of them will not. Thinking about why to care of body needs, well, one thing to say here is that body needs are more important than you. If you are not giving that proper nutrition which your body is actually asking for, then you are doing nothing but pushing yourself towards a hell, a deep hell. Obviously, without any doubt, if you don't fulfill someone's needs you are expecting a good result from, then they won't be giving you any kind of positive result or effect, not at all. So it is important that before taking in any kind of food, you first have a look towards the specifications about whether it is good for your body or not, and then make a decision. It may be the case that you are not convinced yet, and so making a little more points on how this high cholesterol can lead your life towards an end, and that too without you making any kind of good life for you and your family. Now, let us start this with the introduction about what is this cholesterol actually all about. In proper terms, cholesterol is basically that fat kind of substance made by liver which can be found in all cells of the body. Moving ahead, there are some people who mistake this substance as that bad thing which can only be present in body causing negative effects, but here you people need to know that there is nothing like that, as it also is present in body to contribute towards our health and well-being. This cholesterol helps your body to construct those hormones, vitamin D and substances which can help you in the process of digesting. And this thing is generally made up by your body itself, so as to keep body in proper working manner. Also you can find this cholesterol in some of your food products, which many of the health inspectors restrict from consuming, as this will cause excess of fat in body that is totally not good. If we get into those deep roots of the thing and talk about how it travels across your body, the answer is that this makes up its way through your bloodstream and travels all across your body. It takes its place in small packages which are known by the name of low-density lipoproteins, LDL, and high-density lipoproteins, HDL, among which LDL is considered as bad one, as higher quantity of this can lead to high cholesterol in your arteries, while HDL is sometimes considered as that good one, as this carries all of the cholesterol distributed throughout your body back to the liver, and liver thus get it vanish off from your body. But this totally doesn't mean that body can work without any one of them. Both are equally important for one's body to survive. Now, what is that high blood cholesterol which is being considered as main topic of concern and discussion? So talking about this, high blood cholesterol is that condition in which you get that high cholesterol collected in your arteries. There is not any kind of specific symptom to know about this, which basically means that a person won't be knowing about the same if they have high cholesterol in their body or not. Moving ahead, what is that bad effect of this thing on one's body? The person with high cholesterol is more vulnerable to the disease which is known as coronary heart disease or coronary artery disease, or in simpler language, heart disease. In this condition, a plaque kind of material builds up in arteries of heart, which are working upon taking oxygen throughout your body, which with time keeps hardening and thus cause an artery to block by narrowing it that could also lead it to break down and cause a blood clot on the surface of plaque. And with time, this may also completely block the blood flow through the arteries, which can lead to a serious problem like heart attack or angina. Plaque is made up of fat, cholesterol, calcium, and many other substances that can be found in heart. This condition of plaque building up inside an artery is what we call atherosclerosis. What is angina? Angina is some kind of discomfort, or you can say a chest pain, in which one can feel a pressure or squeeze type feeling in chest, which can also be experienced in shoulders, jaw, neck or arm. Occurrence of heart attack. This can only be caused when arteries are completely blocked by the plaque and thus which eventually lead to the blockage of blood flow through the same. It is important for people to get it treated or reduce the use of cholesterol-rich food so as to restore the blood flow, or else that only muscle begins to die, which will in any way lead to more serious conditions or death. And this is not only about the heart. There are also many of those other places where this plaque can form on arteries and restrict the blood flow through your brain or limbs, which can bring in action the problems like carotid artery disease or stroke or peripheral artery disease. Even kidneys and stones can also become the part of this, which can cause various kinds of problems in digestion. There are also many of the effects which can sometimes tell you that your heart is not getting that proper amount of blood, and so you need to look upon the same, such as jaw pain. If you're feeling any kind of jaw pain, time to know that there is something wrong with your heart and get it checked. Numbness in legs, blood stools. Many people suffer with such problem. If you are also the one, it is that perfect time to do something about it. Chest pain and blockage in brain. Chapter 2. Good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. You know, heart is that only part of body which lets you have a peaceful life if in good condition, but if in any case it gets disturbed in its normal functioning, then you know that you are going to face so many problems which are going to ruin your life. So, better would be to take that better decision early in life and manage your eating and drinking so that you have not to face any kind of health problem later in your life. No doubt, your body needs some amount of cholesterol for proper functioning, but when it gets in excess, it can only lead to the problem and more problems. Now, as you have already read in the chapter discussed above, there are two types of cholesterols that are carried through different kinds of lipoproteins. One is low-density lipoprotein, generally considered as bad cholesterol, and other one is high-density lipoprotein, considered as good cholesterol. Apart from these two, there is also one fat which can be found in one's body, and that is named as triglycerides. Now, As you have already read in the chapter discussed above, there are two types of cholesterols that are carried through different kinds of lipoproteins. One is low-density lipoprotein, generally considered as bad cholesterol, and another one is high-density lipoprotein, considered as good cholesterol. Apart from these two, there is also one fat which can be found in one's body, and that is named as triglycerides. Now, what is the role of this fat in your body? This is the fat which is found in blood and being used by one's body to get more and more energy. You know that if in any case your LDLs get to increase, i.e. your body starts producing bad cholesterol in higher quantity, then know that your body is more vulnerable to heart disease, and if it has that HDL in high quantity, then it is very much less vulnerable to the disease related to heart. Well, this new named fat, triglycerides, work in that same way, and if combined with bad cholesterol or good cholesterol, increases your availability to any kind of heart disease. Now, looking towards those main points, what you can get to notice is that if you work upon increasing those high-density lipoproteins in your body, then you will strengthen your body and thus get it safe from any kind of heart disease. The question that arises here is that what one can do to make this happen or to increase the quantity of these good cholesterol levels. Well, you know that every problem has a solution, and so is with this thing, and when it is about body, you know that you are only going to find a solution in the thing that you consume daily, your food. You must be thinking that food is by now considered for increasing that bad cholesterol, but yes, there are also some of those which can increase that good cholesterol in your body and thus make your body to save from any kind of heart diseases. Know about them more here. First, olive oil. This is the type of oil which can help your body get those HDLs increased and the effect of LDLs reduced at greater rate. Everyone has that habit to use oil in their food, as this is the only thing which makes that food taste good, which in turn adds more cholesterol to your body. Now you have a solution for that too. Use this oil while you are making any dish, or you can also sprinkle those chopped olives while you are preparing a salad or in any kind of dish to add a flavour to it. But being useful doesn't mean that you can use this anyway. Use them wisely. Second, legumes and beans. These are among great sources of fibre which can help your body increase your good cholesterol. One can go for black beans or black-eyed peas, lentils and navy beans, and others as they are also that great source which can get you more fibre and energy. There is that important B vitamin named as folate, which can be found in canned beans and cooked dry beans that can be useful for heart's health. You can use them in various dishes and thus make it worth of your body. Third, whole grains. And with this various cereals, brown or wild rice can also be that important food which can help you in improving that count of HDL in your body. Why? They contain all of the fibre which is necessary for body and thus make it less vulnerable to any kind of heart disease. One must consume these whole grains for at least 2 times per day. This is not so much difficult, as this is not that different from taking an oatmeal bowl. Also, one can have that bread for lunch, which is whole-grained, and thus best for health of body. For dinner one can have brown rice. So, you are done with that healthy meal all over the day. Fourth, fruits with more fibre. There are many of those fruits which contain that high quality of fibre, such as apples, prunes and pears, as they can leave the level of HDL in your body get boosted up and also lower that level of LDL in your body. One can use them by slicing up and after stirring into different cereals or oatmeal, they can be thrown into the blender and thus get the delicious smoothie out of it. Fifth, fishes. Omega-3 fatty acid that can be found in fishes is very much useful for increasing the quality of HDL in body and meanwhile decreasing those bad ones too. There are many of those other options which one can look for the same, such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, rainbow trout, and albacore tuna. One should look for this at least twice a day, and in case you are the one who don't or cannot eat fish, then you can also ask for the supplements of fish oil or krill oil, as they deliver that same omega-3 acid in one pill itself, but much lesser than the food itself. So one should go for the one to have better results out of it. Sixth, flax. Now, this is also the one which, in any form, whether in seed or oil, contain those omega-3 acids, which helps the body out in getting amount of HDL boosted up. Flax seeds are mostly used by vegetarians, as this helps them to keep their heart healthy and safe from any kind of future problems. Also, while buying these, one should remember that they buy only the ground flax seeds, and the whole seeds pass through the body without breaking up and thus leaving no nutrient behind. Basically, you won't be having any kind of benefit by consuming them. You can use this by sprinkling over oatmeal, morning meals, salads, dips or yogurts, or it can also be used by adding them to baked dishes. Seventh, different nuts. There are many types of nuts which are healthy for a body, and especially your heart, such as Brazil nuts, almonds, peanuts, pistachios, and many others. Along with that, they also contain that fiber thing and a substance which is also called as plant sterols. Thinking about what it is all about? Well, this is one of the substances which blocks off all the absorption of cholesterol in your body and thus restricts LDL from increasing anymore. One can go for this like 2 times a day, or can also include them in meals. Is it important to have these? Totally. Just remember that if you are looking forward to watch over your calories, then nuts must be at that top of your list. Eighth, chia seeds. This is that another source of omega-3 fatty acid and fiber and many other healthy nutrients which make it possible for people to keep their heart healthy. These seeds can help people in boosting over the level of HDLs and lowering those LDLs in body, which also decreases off that blood pressure and thus makes up the body resistant of any kind of heart disease. One can use these seeds by adding them in oatmeal, cereals, salads or smoothies, which is not very much different from flax seeds. One can find chia in many of those grocery stores as more and more people are using this, which made its availability grow in number. Ninth, avocado. This is one of those healthiest fruits which contain folate and fiber in high quantity and thus work in making heart healthier. This fruit can be of use to people for making their HDLs grow more and LDLs go down. Also, it will make body anyway resistant from all types of heart diseases and keep that cholesterol level in proper control. You can bring them in use by adding the slices in salads or soups or sandwiches, but always be sure to not take that high-calorie or high tortilla chips and go for the low-calorie ones such as carrots, tomatoes, radishes and many healthier ones. 10th, soy. The thing which can be taken as an alternative to meat is not only meant for vegetarians, but everyone. Once you include this food in your diet, it will help you reduce your meat consumption and thus leads into the control of cholesterol level in body, as when people eat less meat, HDL level in their body increases and LDL level with same density decreases, which in turn makes our body resistant from any kind of heart diseases. Well, with this statement you can also say that this benefit in the level of cholesterol may be a result of eating less meat and not soy. But do remember that when you are looking forward to get control over your calorie intake, include this in your plan, as it will help you in reducing the consumption of meat. Now, these foods mentioned above are among those best options which you can look up for increasing your good cholesterol and decreasing the bad one, which you can also say a complete package of good health that will protect your body from any kind of heart disease. According to various studies, it is found that every age has their own cholesterol level, which is important to be maintained in that particular range, such as children. As recommended, every child should get their cholesterol checked between the age levels of 9 to 12 and then again between 17 to 21. And this is all because to ignore any kind of problem in future, as this makes it easy for people to keep their cholesterol level in normality. Now, have a look upon total cholesterol level for children as mentioned by National Institutes of Health. Total cholesterol in body. Good. 170 milligrams and lower than that. Borderline. Ranges from 170 to 199 milligrams. High. 200 milligrams and higher. LDL. Good. 110 milligrams or lower than this. Borderline. Ranges from 110 to 129 milligrams. High. 130 milligrams and higher. HDL. Good. 45 milligrams or higher. Borderline. Ranges from 40 to 45 milligrams. Low. 40 milligrams and lower. Triglycerides. Good. 75 milligrams or lower for ages 0 to 9. 90 milligrams or lower for ages 10 to 19. Borderline. Ranges from 75 to 99 for ages 0 to 9. 90 milligrams to 129 milligrams for ages 10 to 19. High. 100 milligrams and higher for ages 0 to 9. 130 milligrams and higher for ages 10 to 19. Adults. According to various studies, it is recommended that every adult after age of 20 must get their cholesterol checked within every 3 to 5 years. Why? It is because as people age, their cholesterol level tend to increase, and so this regular checkup can make it possible for you to know about your health, and in case someone has their cholesterol level high, then they need to get it checked frequently to avoid any kind of problem in future. There are different graphs of cholesterol level in adults too, as studied by a National Heart, Lung and Blood Institute, according to which total cholesterol of body good is 200 milligrams and lower. Borderline ranges from 200 to 239 milligrams. High, 240 milligrams and higher. LDL good is 100 milligrams and lower. Borderline ranges from 130 to 159 milligrams. High, 160 milligrams and higher. HDL good is 40 milligrams and higher. Low, 39 milligrams and lower. Triglycerides good, 149 milligrams and lower. Borderline ranges from 150 to 199 milligrams. High, 200 milligrams and higher. So, now, reading this you know all those various levels of cholesterol that you have to maintain so as to have proper heart health, and thus which can make your body resistant of any kind of heart disease. Also, in addition to that, you know those various recipes and foods which with adding into your diet you can get that proper health care of your heart done automatically without even avoiding the food which you like the most. Chapter 3. Foods to lower down cholesterol. As you have already read in the chapter mentioned above, that there are various foods which can help you in increasing those high-density lipoproteins which are good for health, and same as that they can also help in reducing those low-density ones which are considered as bad for health. Now, moving forward, there are also some of the addiction to those foods which can help in controlling the cholesterol level of body. That in turn makes it possible for people to make their body resistant from any kind of heart diseases or strokes that can be in future lead to some serious problems. Though there are many of those foods which can only add up in your cholesterol and thus make it put like that bad effect on your heart and body, but there are also some of those which can prove to be good and better for your health. There are many people who are daily looking up for these solutions so that they can fight with any kind of problem and thus end up doing nothing, as obviously it is not easy to stuck up with this schedule forever. But if done properly, then there is nothing as easier as this, and it leads to that better and healthy life at the end. And moreover, it includes that food which can be counted among your favorite ones. Well, there is nothing more one can ask for, and obviously which leads to those healthy days of life. Now, let's have a look towards those different kinds of food which can be of help to many people out there. Oats. Well, this may not be that new to you, as this is the food which is considered as that major one when you have to fight with your fat or cholesterol. In case you don't know, then, for the sake of knowledge and well-being, oats is that main meal which you have to include in your breakfast and lunch, as they can lower that level of low-DAD lipoproteins in your body, which can in turn help your body from any kind of heart disease. It is also found that this food can lessen up the level of cholesterol by 5.3% in a period of only 6 weeks. It contains a substance known as beta-glucan, which absorbs that level of LDLs in your body. And also, if you are thinking that they don't have any taste, obviously it matters, then you are wrong here, as there are many of those flavors you can find in market now. So go on and enjoy your meal of being healthy. Red wine. Here is that another good and healthy reason to make people drink. Well, which totally doesn't mean that one should drink more and more. It is just about this wine which makes it possible for people to get their cholesterol level vanished off. Yes, you heard it right. According to various studies, the fruit named as Tempranillo red grapes, which contain high fiber, are used in making red wine, also known as Rioja, may be helpful to people in lowering their cholesterol level and thus lead that happy and healthy life. Also, according to the studies carried out in Department of Metabolism and Nutrition at Universidad Complutense de Madrid in Spain, it was found that people who consume this supplement, made up by red grape and also found in red wine, they got their LDL level decreased to 9%, and while on the other hand, this in case of people with high cholesterol got a fall down of 12%. So, for now, people used to say that one should not drink, but now it is mandatory here today that one should drink red wine, not too much though, but at some quantity so as to save your heart from various health problems like heart diseases and hence save yourself. Salmon fish. Well, this is the point that has already been discussed above in increasing the rate of good cholesterol level, as it contains those omega-3 fatty acids that can be of great help in the process and thus make it easy for people to have the healthy and happy life ahead. Also, according to the study by Loma Linda University, if one replaces their saturated fats with these omega-3 fats, then they can make their health work in a very good way for themselves. Though there are some people who don't eat fish or have this specific problem with one, they can also look up for fish oil, which somehow provides that same profit to the body, though in very small amount as compared to that with food. Tea. Now, here comes something which can be of great interest to many people out there, especially the ones who love tea. Well, good news is that tea also plays that great role in controlling over the cholesterol level on person's body and thus makes it resistant of any kind of heart disease or strokes. Though it is also known to many people that tea has those unique antioxidants which can help people in fighting problems like cancer, and now you can use this for increasing that good cholesterol of yours and obviously decrease the level of LDL in your body. According to the study conducted with USDA, it is found that black tea is very much favourable in this case, as it can reduce the level of cholesterol up to 10%, and that too in not more than 3 weeks. So, now you know there is one more addition to the list of foods which can help you in controlling that level of fats and thus save your body from various diseases. Nuts. This is also the one which has already been discussed before and is too much good for the health of people as it helps in controlling the level of cholesterol in body. Though there are many people who believe that nuts increase bad cholesterol and thus lead to bad health conditions, but there is nothing like that. There are many of those different nuts which can help people in improving their health condition or keeping their heart healthy so as to protect them from any kind of problem. According to the study published by American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, people who consume 1.5 ounces of nuts for 6 days a week or for a month got their total cholesterol lowered by 5.4% and LDL lowered by 9.3%. And also, one must remember that this positive point for nuts not really means that people can eat these as much as they want. It is only good when taken in proper amount. Beans. Another addition to your food which can help people in keeping their heart healthy and thus resist their body from any kind of heart disease or serious problems that can prove to be dangerous in coming years. Now, this food of benefits contains that huge amount of fiber which works as an absorber that takes all of the cholesterol away from body. According to many of the studies conducted by Arizona State University Polytechnic, when one adds half a cup of beans in their soup, they get their total cholesterol along with LDL lowered by 8%, which is very much a good rate to make person follow the same. One can also go for black, kidney or pinto beans, as they also help people in keeping the heart healthy. So, add up the beans to your diet and let your body grow healthy. Chocolate. Oh yes, a chocolate which can be considered as that one love for people all over is also one of those which work as a lifesaver for human beings. Chocolate works as that substance which can lead to the increase of HDL, i.e. good cholesterol levels in the body, and that is also proved by various studies. According to the study published in AJCN back in 2007, it is believed that people who eat cocoa powder got their good cholesterol boosted up by 24%, and that too in not more than 12 weeks. There are also some of the people who think that milk chocolate can do the same thing to the body, but this is where they get wrong, as cocoa in comparison to milk chocolate works 3 times more effective as an antioxidant. Also, while choosing for the chocolate, one should remember to go for the one which is dark and bitter in taste, as they are more effective in keeping heart healthy than those sweet ones. So, it is the time to add up a chocolate in your food too, as this can prove to be of great help to you. Eat chocolate and stay healthy. Margarine. This is another addition to this list of healthy foods which can help people keeping their heart healthy and happy. In case someone does not know about this, margarine is something which we can call as another kind of butter, but somewhat different from what butter is. You know, butter is made up of animal fat and so contains more saturated fat, and on the other hand, margarine is the kind of butter which is made up of vegetable oil, water, and sometimes milk too, which makes it much less saturated than that of the original butter. And this is the only quality which makes it worth of adding into the meal, as it helps people in keeping their heart healthy by lowering the bad cholesterol in body. Also, according to the study published in AJCN, women who intake this unsaturated butter in place of those saturated ones get their bad cholesterol lowered by 3.5%. Although, to make the fact clear, it is also important to be mentioned here that not all of the margarines are made in the same way, so whenever one looks up for buying the same, it's better to look up for their ingredients and then choose about whether it is perfect for your heart health or not. Garlic. This is the herb which helps people in prevention from various health problems such as cancer, diabetes or heart diseases. According to the study published in the Journal of Nutrition, it is found that garlic can help people in controlling their cholesterol from increasing and thus remove all of the possibility of any kind of heart disease. This can be used by adding the same to the food while cooking, as it helps in lowering that bad cholesterol of body and make body healthy and resistant of any kind of disease. How it works? It reverses that plaque built up in your body, which you know can block your artery and thus controls normal flow of blood. One must add this to their diet so as to have positive benefits out of it. Spinach. Well, you know you don't need any explanation in this case, as there are many people whom you have heard saying that how beneficial this food can be to the health of your body and heart, and thus how it protects you from various serious health problems. Now, talking about the same, this well-known green food contains lots of lutein, i.e. that sunshine-like yellow pigment which can only be found in dark green vegetables that contain leaves or egg yolk. It is believed that this lutein material also helps people in fighting against the problem which we name as macular degeneration, i.e. in which a person gets blindness as they age, and now also it helps in the health of heart. It is said that one should have at least half a cup of lutein-rich food daily, so that it can work as a guard in helping heart from any kind of problem. Olive oil. As we already discussed above, this is also one of those healthy foods which can help people in making best of the conditions out of their health. One can use them in place of various vegetable oils and use them while cooking a dish, as this is very much less saturated than those of other vegetable oils. Thinking about what it contains, which can help in making it work better, well, this oil is filled up with those monosaturated fatty acids which are healthy for heart and thus helps body by lowering that bad cholesterol in body. Discussed above are some of the foods which can be of help to you in lowering your bad cholesterol and increasing that good cholesterol and thus make your body healthy and any kind of disease resistant. Also, in addition to this, one can look up for various other activities that can prove to of great help in same such as good care of your body, exercising, having proper rest, relaxation to body, removing all those stress and tensions away from mind, and thus live with that happy and healthy lifestyle.